All right, gentlemen, let's have some real talk. If your mornings aren't quite what they used to be, and you know exactly what I mean, then stay with me. Because what I'm about to share might just change the way you start your day. You're already drinking coffee every morning, right? Well, what if that same cup of coffee could do a lot more than just wake you up? What if it could naturally support your blood flow, energy, and yes, even help restore those morning situations that used to be a lot more reliable? I'm Dr. Olivia Hayes, and for more than a decade, I've dedicated my work to helping men reclaim their vitality, confidence, and strength, not through extreme treatments or mystery pills, but through practical, science-backed changes anyone can make. Over the years, I've worked with thousands of men, and I can tell you this with confidence. Sometimes, the most effective solutions aren't hiding in your medicine cabinet. They're sitting right in your kitchen. Today, I want to show you exactly how to turn your regular morning coffee into something that supports your performance all day long, physically, mentally, and hormonally. And before you roll your eyes thinking this is some kind of alternative health experiment, let me assure you, everything I'll share is grounded in actual research, peer-reviewed studies, not internet myths. Even better, these are the same simple methods my own patients have been using with real success for years. Now, don't get me wrong, coffee by itself is great. It wakes you up, sharpens your mind, and gets your heart pumping. But here's the problem. That jolt of energy is short-lived. You get the spike, then the crash, and by mid-morning, you're already reaching for cup number 2. Coffee gives a temporary circulation boost, but it doesn't address the deeper changes happening in your body, especially after 50. Your testosterone production slows down, your blood vessels lose flexibility, and caffeine alone just can't fix that. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a leaky pipe. What your body really needs is premium fuel, not the regular kind. And the good news is, you can easily upgrade your coffee into something that supports your energy, circulation, and hormones, using ingredients you probably already have. Let's start with one of my favorites, cinnamon. Just a quarter teaspoon is all you need, maybe half if you enjoy the flavor. But here's a key detail. Not all cinnamon is created equal. You want Ceylon cinnamon, not the common cassia type most grocery stores sell. Ceylon has much lower levels of coumarin, which can be harsh on your liver if you use it daily. Cinnamon is nature's blood sugar regulator. Multiple studies have shown it can lower fasting blood sugar by up to 29%. And why does that matter for men's performance? Because unstable blood sugar damages the tiny blood vessels that support healthy circulation, including those critical for sexual function. Those vessels are incredibly small, even thinner than a human hair, and when blood sugar keeps spiking and crashing, it's like pouring syrup through them. They clog and weaken over time. Cinnamon helps prevent that damage. Its natural polyphenols keep your blood flow smooth and steady, protecting your arteries and enhancing circulation where it counts. And here's something fascinating. Cinnamon has a mild warming effect that helps blood vessels relax through a process called vasodilation. The compound responsible, cinnamaldehyde, also supports nitric oxide production, the same pathway that medications like Viagra target. Many men I've worked with notice they have more steady energy and stamina throughout the day just by adding cinnamon to their coffee. No jitters, no crash, just sustained vitality. Plus, it tastes incredible. That subtle, comforting flavor that feels like a luxury coffee shop drink. Cultures have been combining coffee and cinnamon for centuries, and now science finally understands why it works so well. Next, let's talk about cocoa powder. Real, unsweetened cocoa, not the sugary hot chocolate mix. Just a teaspoon stirred into your morning cup can make a world of difference. Cocoa is rich in flavonoids, especially epicatechin and catechin, compounds known for supporting heart and vascular health. These boost nitric oxide levels naturally, which is essential for blood vessel relaxation and strong circulation. In fact, nitric oxide is what signals your arteries to open up and allow blood flow. It's the master switch for performance. Here's what happens as we age. Nitric oxide production drops by nearly half after 50. But research published in the Journal of Hypertension found that men who consumed cocoa daily had about a 30% improvement in arterial dilation, a measure of how efficiently blood vessels open. That's comparable to some medications, but without the side effects. Cocoa doesn't stop there. It also improves mood and mental focus. It contains natural compounds like anandamide and phenylethylamine, chemicals your body releases when you're in love or feeling euphoric. So not only does it help physically, but it puts you in a better mental state too. Remember, half of performance starts in the mind, and as a bonus, cocoa is packed with magnesium, a mineral most men don't get enough of. Magnesium supports testosterone production, nerve function, and muscle recovery, so that simple teaspoon of cocoa is doing a lot behind the scenes. If it tastes a little bitter at first, sweeten it slightly with stevia or monk fruit, natural sweeteners that won't mess with your blood sugar. Now let's move on to maca powder, one of nature's most fascinating ingredients. Maca grows high in the Peruvian Andes, in conditions so harsh that very few plants survive. That resilience is what makes it so powerful. Locals have been using maca for thousands of years to boost stamina, fertility, and hormonal balance, earning it the nickname natural Viagra. But maca doesn't work like Viagra. Instead of forcing short-term blood flow, it helps your body produce its own hormones more efficiently, restoring balance from within. Maca contains 19 amino acids, vitamins C and E, minerals like zinc, calcium, and magnesium, and unique compounds called macamides that exist nowhere else in nature. Studies have shown impressive results. One found that men who took just a teaspoon daily for 12 weeks experienced significant improvements in energy, mood, and desire. Another study linked it to better sperm health and motility. The key is that maca is an adaptogen. It helps your body adapt to stress and maintain hormonal equilibrium. It gently stimulates your hypothalamus and pituitary glands, the command centers of your hormone system, helping your body restore its own production of testosterone naturally. The effects build gradually, but they're long-lasting and real. Most men report noticeable improvements within 2 to 3 weeks, not an artificial rush, but a genuine return of vitality. Maca adds a mild, nutty flavor to coffee, almost like malted milk or butterscotch. There are 3 main types: yellow, mildest and most common; red, great for prostate health; and black, best for stamina and focus. I usually recommend starting with yellow. You'll not only notice better performance, but also clearer thinking and improved mood. One of my patients, a 54-year-old teacher, told me he felt like someone turned the lights back on in his brain. Everything just clicked again. Next up, coconut oil. I know. It sounds a little odd to put oil in coffee, but bear with me. Blend 1 teaspoon of coconut oil into your hot coffee, and it transforms into a smooth, creamy drink that keeps you full and energized for hours. No mid-morning crash. No sugar cravings. Here's why it works. Testosterone is built from cholesterol and healthy fats. If you've been on a low-fat diet for years, thinking it was the healthy thing to do, you might have unknowingly slowed your hormone production. Your body needs good fats as raw materials to make hormones. Coconut oil is rich in medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, special fats that go straight to your liver and convert quickly into energy. About 60% of coconut oil is MCTs, including lauric acid, which supports immunity and hormonal health. Research shows that MCTs can increase testosterone and thyroid function, improving metabolism and energy. Blending the oil slows caffeine absorption, giving you steady energy for hours instead of a spike and crash. The result? Sharper focus, longer endurance, and a happier metabolism. If regular coconut oil feels heavy at first, start small, half a teaspoon, and work your way up. You can also use pure MCT oil, which digests even easier. But whatever you do, blend it. Don't just stir it. You'll end up with an oily layer on top. When blended properly, it becomes like a cafe latte, smooth, frothy, and delicious. Finally, let's talk about ginger, the fiery root that's been used for over 5,000 years in medicine. Freshly grated or powdered, ginger is a powerhouse for circulation and inflammation control. It contains compounds like gingerols and shogaols, which help open blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and even protect your testicular health. Studies show that ginger can naturally boost testosterone by up to 17% after just a few months of consistent use. It works by protecting the testicles from oxidative stress, which is essentially cellular damage caused by heat, toxins, and poor blood flow. Remember, your testicles need to stay a couple of degrees cooler than the rest of your body to function properly. When they're under stress, from sitting too long, tight clothing, or environmental factors, testosterone production drops. Ginger helps counteract that. It also enhances luteinizing hormone, the signal your brain sends to tell your body to make more testosterone. In coffee, ginger adds a warm, subtle kick, invigorating but not overwhelming. Start with about a quarter teaspoon of powder or a small fresh slice. If you have a sensitive stomach, ease into it. And if you're taking blood thinners, check with your healthcare provider first. Ginger can slightly thin the blood. Now, I know what you're thinking. Am I supposed to turn my kitchen into a chemistry lab every morning? Absolutely not. Start simple. Try just one ingredient this week, maybe cinnamon. See how you feel. Next week, add cocoa. You don't need all 5 every day. That might even be too much at once. My go-to starter blend is a mix of cinnamon, cocoa, and maca. 1 spoonful in your morning cup and you're good to go. Here's a little recipe to try when you have time. Brew your regular coffee. Pour it into a blender. Add a teaspoon of coconut oil, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, a teaspoon of cocoa, and a small piece of ginger. Blend for 30 seconds and enjoy a creamy, delicious drink that truly supports your body. Just don't overdo it. Moderation matters. These aren't quick fixes. They're long-term upgrades. Your body's been running one way for decades. Give it time to adapt. Try it for at least a month before deciding whether it works for you. Start with cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon every morning for a week. Then add cocoa, then maca, and finally experiment with coconut oil or ginger. Track your energy, mood, and performance. You might be surprised how much difference a few small changes can make. Gentlemen, decline is not inevitable. You can feel strong, confident, and energetic again. And it doesn't require expensive supplements or complicated routines. Just a smarter cup of coffee. These ingredients are safe, affordable, easy to find, and backed by both modern research and centuries of traditional use. Tomorrow morning, when you make your coffee, remember this. With one small tweak, you can turn it from a quick caffeine fix into real nourishment for your body. Your potential is still there. Sometimes it just needs the right fuel. I'm Dr. Olivia Hayes, reminding you that small, consistent choices lead to lasting results. Stay strong, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next.